3, 2, 1.
All right.
I cracked my neck.
Fucking hell.
Oh, episode 2. No, we keeping that shit. We ain't cutting nothing.
That's clean.
Yo, that was hard.
Yeah.
Okay, episode 2, brother. Episode 2.
Who would have thought?
Well,
not me.
Oh shit. Well, what's going on, guys? You got your boy CurseMark143 and my brother
Dark Taco.
And we are here for episode 2. Episode 2, guys.
Yes.
Feels good.
Yes.
Not gonna be as long of an episode. You know, this week nothing much has really happened. Everyone's waiting for Xbox on Thursday.
Waiting for Daddy Phil.
Waiting for Daddy Phil to say something. Are you giving away our exclusives? Are you? How dare you? Yeah, that's gonna be an exciting time. We're gonna talk about some Xbox. We got some PlayStation leaks apparently.
Yep.
Right, so we're gonna get into that.
Yep.
Obviously talk about what we've been playing.
Always.
Tekken 8 is a fucking masterpiece. Anyways, yeah, let's dive into it, guys. We hope you all been doing good. Hope the work shit hasn't been bringing you down. But we're here, you know? Just your two average Joes coming off our shifts. But today was my day off, actually. I ain't gonna lie. I work. The people know. Yeah, I let you know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not fucking work today. Thank God I didn't fucking work today. Oh, fuck. I work tomorrow, though, so... You know, that's another 12 hours.
It's the way of the road, right?
Way of the road, man. The road. But we are here. You know, it feels good to always come back to you guys.
Yes, dude.
You know, break down what's going on during the week. Doesn't matter what's really going on. We're glad to be here and to have you guys come in, tell us your thoughts, you know, or just listen, man. Listen, relax, enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show,
yeah,
indeed,
man.
Guys. First up on our itinerary, it's not a big list today, but I did want to tackle first thing first. Let's dive right into PlayStation leaks.
Okay, we got PlayStation leaks. Okay.
Yeah. So on the board right away is the handheld. We've had some talks and some rumors this past week,
right?
Especially from your boy Moore's Law is Dead. Tom is a G over there. Makes great content, so definitely peak the content that I think he just had a few great shows over the past 2 weeks, dropping details on the podcast on his extensive shows about these leaks and rumors, right? But according to Tom, at Moore's Law is Dead, Sony is in the stages right now of developing, in the initial stages of developing a new handheld. They are working with AMD. They are doing, their usual bag of tricks. They're probably going to surprise us with something. I mean, I think that I feel like the Portal was the test in the waters. And many people were really bummed out about the Portal, but then I looking at it from another perspective and seeing that these leaks are coming out. I mean, a lot of people were speculating even prior to the Portal. They were speculating a full-fledged handheld was coming, regardless of the Portal. There were people still saying no, like I didn't know about the Portal, but I knew that they're working on a full-fledged handheld. Well, now I mean, Tom is really solidifying it here from Moore's Law's Dead, and I think, yeah, you know. Likely the Portal was just to gauge if people wanted a handheld, and seeing the reception of the Portal.
That's a really shitty way of trying to test the waters.
I don't know if it is, since it's sold out everywhere and you couldn't get it at all, and it's sold.
Bro, you got to move because you hitting that desk, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hitting that desk.
Damn. But yeah, man, it sold amazing. So I don't know
where.
Everywhere. You couldn't get it at all. They didn't make a lot of them.
Yeah,
either.
but like
that's
okay, but they're all online. Like
yeah, that's the point though.
The reality is, how many scalpers got it?
I don't think it was about scalpers.
I think it was about scalpers.
I don't, because if people want a Portal, they get it like right away, right? Like versus, and they're not buying it from scalpers. Right? Like, they're trying to go out there and buy it. If they want a Portal, they're looking everywhere on the internet and they're scouring. And, like, the people I know, they looked everywhere and they got them on Best Buy, and then they waited 3 months on back order, and they just got them last month. So, like, people want this thing. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's like Steam Deck. It's not scalper draw. I never subscribe to that, because all of that does is indicate and show another want and need for the product. It's like, oh, you think the scalpers want it?
But that's how it was with PS5.
It was, yes. But how do you think the general fan base wanted PS5? The scalpers only
that's
influenced that
true too.
a small amount.
Yeah.
Look at the real numbers on paper: 60 million. It's a joke. Like Sony's eating, not from scalpers. They're eating from
PS5.
us.
They were eating from scalpers. Everyone was talking about that. Though.
Yeah, they were eating from scalpers.
Yeah, they were.
At the end of the day, it still got to normal.
Eventually, a year later, bro.
Yes.
A year later.
How much more would they have sold
if there were no scalpers?
Yeah, because it would have been the same amount. That's the point.
Yeah.
Like that's the point. It doesn't matter, right? Like it's the same want. It's the same. And even if.
But
not,
I don't think
I
don't think it's the same want though, because people do not talk about the PlayStation Portal like they talk about the PS5. I think that's completely different conversation.
And the difference is, I don't think people scalp the Portal like the PS5. So that's another argument to have as well.
Yeah,
the people
that's also
I know
true
that
because
are
it's not as popular.
The people that I know were getting a PS5. I don't know anyone ordering a PS5. I don't know about you guys in the chat.
Not right now.
No,
of course
in
not.
general, when it first came out, I don't know anyone that tried to order a PS5 and then they waited for it on back order. No. If you got in, you got in, and if you didn't, you didn't, and you're still waiting. And the people that are on the portal, they're scouring everywhere. They're looking at not just one store, 5 different stores, and then they end up getting their portal. They're locked in, and it's on back order, and they're still waiting. They're waiting because they want this product. I don't think the scalpers are the issue with the portal. I think people genuinely wanted the product, and Sony saw that, and they looked at their internal metrics, and they said, people really want a fucking handheld again from us, even if it's not.
Even if it's not.
You think they don't have the data to show that obviously it's not going to sell as well as a dedicated, but why not test the waters? And if this thing sells past the thresholds that we're looking at internally, which are lowballing it because we know it's not a dedicated piece of hardware.
I hope you're right.
I think people underestimate how much data and the scientists at Sony that are like the data scientists, I think, and the analysts, I think people underestimate how many tests they do for their own operations and to make sure things are cohesive and that when they drop something, it lands and it sticks. I think
the thing is for me is that it's like when you hear the conversations, when you hear different people talking on social media and like content creators talking on YouTube, a lot of people are saying the same thing. It's like, I get it. Yeah, they testing the waters. That makes complete sense with the data, like in their perspective, because it's been so long since they've had a dedicated handheld, and the fact that Nintendo's taking over, and yes, the PS Vita technically flopped.
I mean, they let it
right, and but from their perspective, I see it. But from our perspective, it's like, why wasn't it dedicated in the first place? Why don't you know that we want a dedicated one? Yeah. Of course we do.
Do you see how trepidatious they would be as being Sony? Like at the end of the day, Sony they are calculated, right? And I never thought about this before, but I'm thinking about how they move about in general and just how they're so. Even being on the back foot, a lot of times they still do try to make a lot of calculated decisions
but that's because they're not like Microsoft.
They don't have that big pool.
Yeah, they don't have that big pool of money
to make mistakes.
Thank you.
I agree.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, they still have to be cut. They still have to be fast. They still have to be really smart and make good business
because
decisions.
They can't afford to mess up.
And that's
they can't afford.
This is what I like to see. I do think that unfortunately, despite us wanting that iteration. And you know what? I hope this was good, guys, because think about this, right? If we give the portal might be amazing to give genuine good feedback as to like maybe this whole cut a controller in half and glue it to an LCD screen wasn't the best approach. Maybe we want something a little bit more cozy than that.
Yeah,
right?
We want an original.
maybe that's not unique. Could you imagine though if the portal was like its design and how objectively, no offense, it's fucking horrendous. It is easily the ugliest piece of hardware I've ever fucking seen. And the fact that a backbone looks better than it on like a 5-year-old Samsung phone, like the fact that looks better than the portal, like can we talk about that?
But not even that, the performance. I know the performance is not bad, but when someone tells me that their iPhone starts up their PlayStation faster than the portal,
I know, I get worried.
I'm worried. I mean, like, yikes.
I'm like, That's not optical.
Yeah, you know.
like no, that's not optimal at all. That's not optimal. Yeah.
But it's good still.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I like the fact that they labeled it an accessory. So when they come out, if they come out with an actual handheld and they title it handheld, PS, are they gonna call it a PSP again though?
It's so
they
it's
fucked
so
up with the
Nazi.
title. They fucked it up.
They did that on purpose.
PlayStation
They did
Portal.
that on
That
purpose.
was a
They're
mistake.
like, if they like it enough, then they'll call it the PSP. It's like, you evil sick bastards. Like, I know you did that on purpose. Like,
Oh,
just-
man. Oh
my
man,
God.
that's such a twisted way of thinking.
It's such a twisted
Yeah, it's not dedicated, but if they like it, they can just date. Yeah,
the abbreviation's just there. It's there for them to use. If they like it enough, they'll use it. Like, you guys are sickos. You guys...
I was sick when I heard about it. I was sick when I heard about it in the first place. I'm like, it only runs on my PS5.
Please.
Okay, so then, like,
It's the,
bro,
it's the, you know what it is? It's the PS Not So Portal.
Yeah, and the thing is, that thing is so, like, niche in a way.
Yeah, super
right?
niche.
And if you have a Steam Deck, if you have a good phone, which you probably do, you don't need it.
You don't need a portal.
You don't need, especially if you have an iPhone, you don't need this
The more we
thing.
talk about it, like, the thing is, though, you don't need it, but that's what PlayStation runs on. They run on inertia. Like, you don't need it, but everyone wants it. They're like, I don't need this.
Because it's official. It's
PlayStation hardware.
premium.
They're getting
It's
there.
PlayStation.
I would argue that they are getting so close. This is why I got so upset. And we're going to get to the HELLDIVERS 2 discussion, guys. This is why I got so upset with them releasing HELLDIVERS on PC. Because I think if they're going to go... I think if they're going to go this boutique route and they're going to be like, we are the premium console, we're the premium brand and all this, I think they need to stop putting their shit anywhere other than PlayStation.
Shut your mouth.
I know.
Shut
I
your
know,
mouth.
I know. We're not talking
Tell
about
him to
this right
shut
now.
his
We're not
mouth,
talking
bro.
about this right now.
No, shut up, dude. This is a dumb. What the hell are you saying right now?
No, it's true. It's the way of the road. Because,
no, it's not the way of the road. That's your road.
It's the way of the road.
No.
Everyone's
this is a heated one.
No exclusives.
Why?
No
okay,
exclusives.
Okay, stop. When we talk exclusives, PC is not in the mix, okay? When Xbox comes out with a game and it's Xbox and PC, it's an Xbox exclusive. When it's on PlayStation and PC, it's a PlayStation exclusive. No, how can you disagree?
No, I disagree.
How?
Because
no, bro. No.
Listen to me right now. Listen to me. All right.
It's a console exclusive.
And I think that was their detriment. I think the reason why, listen to me, guys, that was the nail in the coffin. Because they were not ready. You got port studios like Nexus. You got all these ports. Yeah, guys, don't worry. The ports are going to be great.
Okay,
Horizon, dead on arrival. All these other, all these ports that were just abysmal. The bugs looked so scary, so bad. HELLDIVERS couldn't even launch for the first day. Like, guys.
Yo, but then what about Spider-Man?
Listen,
what about Spider-Man?
Oh, Spider-Man was great.
2?
Of course. Why wouldn't Spider-Man be good? Why wouldn't their only baby darling be good, right?
Because it's years after they've entered the PC market, bro.
Issue. They should, if they're doing that, that's fine.
I know.
The staggered release, I was a fan for the staggered release, but now I think.
But I feel like every PlayStation port after Spider-Man is good. HELLDIVERS runs great on PC.
It didn't day one, and guys, everyone, and even still now it's a little flaky.
It's a little glitchy on PlayStation.
Oh, you
as
think
well.
it's a little glitchy
Just
on
a little.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Imagine how PC gamers are faring. Put it in the chat. It is abysmal. It was not good on launch.
Bro, no, dude.
Look it up. It was sad.
No,
it had mixed reviews for the first 3 days. People were losing their fucking minds. They're like, why is my game crashing? Why is my game crashing?
Yo, my game crashed on PlayStation.
I can't believe yeah, it crashed on PlayStation. God damn it. See, I can't believe we have to do this because I gotta cut off these amazing rumors for HELLDIVERS talk. But this needs to be said, guys. Like, this is why I'm so upset because they weren't ready. They're like, yeah, guys, we're the premium brand. We're the premium brand. And then have the audacity to start dropping shit, genuine shit on PC. And they're like, it's fine though, because it's PC gamers. They're pirates. They steal everything anyways. Puts de novo in it. Puts kernel level anti-cheat. We can't even steal this piece of shit. Like, guys, what is going on? Like, if you want to be the premium brand, if you want to be the premium brand, act like it. That's why I would love Apple to buy Sony, because you would never see another PlayStation exclusive on PC ever again, and it would be better. It would be better. But then
what? You'd see them on Mac?
No, you would see, maybe, but you can't.
That's terrible.
Listen to me right now. Keep it closed ecosystem. It wouldn't even be Mac. It's about all it is about the closed ecosystem and being ready to bring your things to fruition. Microsoft, funnily enough, is way better to be a third and way more ready than Sony, in my opinion.
But it's Microsoft.
To be a third, they're better and ready to be a third-party publisher than Sony ever is. Sony bought one port studio, Nexus, and they're like, yeah, why not? Let's just start porting our shit to PC. Who thought that was good enough? Who thought that was good enough?
No one cared if it was good enough, though. They were just like, oh, PlayStation's finally coming to PC.
And then what happens? You get this shit. You get mixed reviews on Helldivers. Which is a phenomenal game that does not deserve that.
Yeah,
it does not deserve.
I'm playing it, guys. I'm playing it.
It's amazing.
It's sick.
It's a good game.
It is sick.
But how are you supposed to ask someone on PC to buy that game when you don't know if it's going to be able to launch for the first week of them playing the game, guys?
Yeah.
Like this is the thing, optically,
problem.
and then you call yourself the premium brand. Piss off. You literally can't be doing this to me anymore. This is why I get so upset. I'm like, if you're gonna lock in Sony, lock in. But you better.
They don't have enough money to lock in like that.
I know, and that's the thing. You know what I thought about, Adrian? You know what I thought about? I thought, here's the thing. Microsoft's going to all platforms because they have the money, the connections, everything. And they can. Sony is going to PC sheerly out of greed because it doesn't make them look good and it doesn't make their platform any better. It doesn't make anything better. The games are worse. They're dropping worse. And arguably,
he's popping off.
I'm popping off right now, guys. I'm fucking popping off. The games are literally how is it running worse on a 4080 than a fucking PS5? But it's not optimized. And not even that it's not optimized, it's just like, who ported this piece of shit, guys? Like, they really thought they were ready, and in my opinion, they weren't.
I'm hearing you.
The thing is, the greed was what set it over. They're like, you know what? Everyone loves us right now. We can get away with just dropping poop. Like we'll try to refine it. We'll try to make sure it runs okay on PC. But hey, I mean, are PC gamers gonna complain that they can't run our exclusives on their platform? I mean, that's kind of ironic. Why don't they just upgrade their fucking GPUs? They can't run a PlayStation exclusive. They win either way. If you roast them, you look like a loser. Upgrade your rig. And if you fucking but it's a bad port. What am I supposed to do? Guys,
oh God.
Sony, you are killing me. You are killing me because I love you. I love what you're doing, but I do see that the greed is actually biting you in the ass here, because I bet your ass Sony PR would, I know that they would not like the migraine headache that is the dumpster fire of everyone just shitting on the poor networking and poor optimization of Helldivers across PC and the crashing on console and all that. It's unacceptable. The fact that the team's working on it, I love you, Arrowhead. Keep the grind up. But dude, this is what you get.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have. If this launched only on PS5, brava.
It would have ran better. It would have ran better.
Shit. And I think it's not worth this. It's not worth it. PC guys aren't.
Is it that bad on PC?
It was that bad, and it might still be. And as of reporting, I
don't think it's that bad now, because I see so many clips.
I know as of now the servers were down as of 4 p.m. They were down because
for server maintenance,
for complete maintenance and rehaul. They're trying to really get in there. You can play with friends. I think still you can play offline and you can play with friends, but the servers itself, matchmaking, dead. So they are damn. They are damn. They have to fix this game. And the thing is, this is the ripple effects that you get. I do think the greed has just been it was.
You're right when you're saying it like that. How. They don't even have, like I said, they don't even have the money to have a start off like Microsoft when it comes to these ports. Not even close. And so you said they only bought Nexus, one team.
You bought one team for ports, and how does that suffice? And I don't understand that, right? And not just that, it's guys, if you're going to really leverage the premium brand, the smart way, I think that they have to see it too, that the smart way would to just be stick within the ecosystem of people that already deem you premium. Why are you trying to leverage your premium games onto another ecosystem of like, sure, it's PC and like I get, but the only reason is money.
Yeah.
The only reason is money.
The amount of money they're making from these ports.
And I don't think it's worth it. I don't, because they're not ready. That's why it's not worth it. Because they're not ready. And it's biting them.
But I think what they're thinking is, because Sony is willing to sacrifice. That's what it is. They go to the blood altar and they're willing to sacrifice quality for a set period of time to get the money to increase the quality because they don't got the money to have decent quality to begin with.
We all saw those leaks, right? They're lowering the budget for Spider-Man 3. They're like, can you get it done? can you get it done? Insomniac.
Oh,
bloody hell, bro! Like, I don't know, man. But you see my tangent.
I see it. Right? No, I'm hearing you. 100%. I'm hearing you. It all makes sense. And it's a damn shame. Yeah. Because Helldivers is sick.
It is so good. The game does not deserve it.
It only crashed on me once, and I haven't had any real bugs like at all. So PC's going to shit. That is unfortunate because you're running a 4080. You're running way better stuff than a PS5. Like you should have absolutely no problem running any game whatsoever.
What's going on? I got buddies telling me workstation GPUs are the route. Yeah, I needed just use your A2000, bro. You know, it's got 20 gigs of VRAM. I know it's only as fast as a 3060, but the VRAM is helping this game right now. But it's not optimized. What kind of solution is that? Where are we going? Like, you got PC gamers getting high out of their mind and thinking of like AstroTurf solutions to brute force this game to get it to run on their platform that it's just not optimized. And it's like, holy shit, maybe the game should have been a PS5 exclusive.
Yo, the coke is real. Oh shit. But, okay.
I hope they fix it. I hope they get shit working.
They will fix it.
And they will. They have been. They've been locked down.
I think this is the only way, because obviously Sony's not going to stop. Yeah. So it's just going to have to be, you guys are just going to have to take it in the ass and really just, it'll get easier over time.
It has to, right? Like,
eventually, it'll feel like you're not getting fucked. It is what it is. Sony is only in a position where they can take little steps, one step at a time. And if they take 2 steps, you're probably in debt. So it's a very, because you're right. When you think about all the games they've already ported over, it's like one little step at a time to get the ports good at launch, and it's still not there. And I didn't look into the whole Helldivers PC situation, so that is very unfortunate. I am so sorry for anyone that buys a game and it doesn't fucking run. That is horseshit. But good thing for you guys is that on Steam, you can return that shit. You know what happens to me, nigga? You know what happens to me? Yo, I download that. 0.1 megabyte downloaded. I am fucked. I cannot return shit. I'm done. Not even if it's like 0.1 megabyte. If they even see me on the fucking screen, press that download button, I am screwed. You cannot return that shit. So I am sorry. If it's not running, I'm sure no one's probably returning it. I mean, maybe they did. Maybe some people did. Like because some people find that unacceptable. Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like
gamers are used to it though.
They're
a lot
used
of us
to
are used to it. They're like, they'll fix it. I'll keep it for a week.
And I feel like since it's PlayStation, it kind of boosts that whole idea of exceptions. Mm-hmm. Like, it's PlayStation.
They'll fix
they know they're going to fix it and that they're new to the PC space.
Exactly.
Right? And Helldivers is a great game. Like it's great.
That is one thing I do like. I am full to the ball. As you guys heard me rant, I am full swing. As in like Sony, lock it down, close the ecosystem, kick everyone off. Like I do passionately feel that way. but that being said, I'm very I'm very happy though that PC gamers are super not only receptive to the games because they're great games, but I'm happy that you know, people are giving them that leeway, like you're saying, like they're giving them that buffer. It's like, okay, they're pretty new to the space still. It's a
and
PlayStation
it's not just
game.
it's not just play. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like PC games are also like that.
A lot of PC games,
right.
you'll buy them fresh out the gate. You'll be like, shit, you know, I got to tweak it. I got to optimize it.
Yep.
Oh, it's crashing. Yeah, it's my rig, you know. Oh, it's my hard drive. My hard drive's dead.
It's
you know, like you're like it's time to upgrade to an SSD. Like, did you know? Funnily enough, the average. I'm boasting about the 4080 and it not being able to run on it. The average PC gamer though does have like a GTX 1060.
Yeah, they
and
do.
an RX 580,
or maybe
like,
a 1080.
Maybe a 1080 if you're lucky, right? And back in the day, 1080s were elite, right?
Bro, 1080s are still elite, bro.
Goated, right?
They are, I swear,
Like,
it's still the most optimized. I built my PC from scratch with a 1080. My brother has it.
Back in the day.
And I built, back in the day. And our other brother has it. I gave it to him. And it runs like butter
Man's
still.
running GTA. He's running GTA 1440 at 60 frames.
Yep.
And he's running like modded GTA.
Yep.
And he's running, I think it's like assorted between medium and high settings.
There's just something about 1080 running with i7 Intel that just runs like butter.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's just
and
optimized.
you do have one of the strongest i7s for that generation. I remember.
I think it's the i7 8700.
It was the
some shit like that.
It was a beast.
Yeah,
it was a beast first time. Yeah, but see, PC like. I am happy that they're giving PlayStation a little bit of a break again, as we say, but guys, they gotta fix Helldivers. They got it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, moving on from Helldivers though.
Okay.
In the itinerary. Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry about me blowing the gasket there, guys. Holy shit. I had to get that off my chest.
I even tried to put some resistance on it. You're like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, it's
this is abysmal.
I've been formulating this for about like the past week since it dropped on PlayStation, and I saw the state it dropped in. And the thing is, it was like I don't even care. I was like, oh, people can't run the game. I was like, I don't care if this lasts 2 hours. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable because it's a PlayStation game. Yeah. And people don't get how much I'm in their corner.
But we were also talking about how they have created a space of people that only accept and have grown to only accept high quality games.
As agnostic as we are, from when I look at PlayStation games, I expect a certain bar because they've done that. And that's a good thing, guys. I like that. But it's like, so now you're getting upset with me for trying to uphold the standard? I'm trying to uphold the standard, guys. I'm trying
the standard that you created.
Like, what's going on? And we're allowing Helldivers and shit like that to drop on PC like that? And I'm trying to uphold the standard. Guys, figure it out. Why are we doing this day one shit? Oh my god, this day stop.
It won't stop.
It needs to stop.
Even Spider-Man 3 will run like dog shit probably.
Day one.
Well, Spider-Man, like you said, it's their baby. Maybe not. But the next Horizon will run like shit on PC. I guarantee that. And that's just crazy because I honestly think Horizon's their top 3.
They fixed it though. It did get optimized after. It was just really rough. That's the issue. I feel like
it's the launch.
The first month.
For the first month.
Yeah, Horizon was bad.
Bad.
It was
and
you know what? Shit. Some people were saying longer. I had to look into it, but for me, Horizon month. It was horrible on fucking PC. Holy shit. Oh my god. Textures going everywhere. Aloy looked like a potato. It was bad. And I'm like,
oh no.
You know what? It was so bad that I remember vividly. I played PS Now. Streamed it through a PS4. At 30 frames.
And it ran better.
Because it was still better than the PC port because it was stuttering and the frame pacing was and
PC Now back then was trash. No, that's crazy. That's some crazy insight. Holy shit.
I'm telling you, man, they gotta do something about this shit. These ports, the greed needs to chill out because I don't find it acceptable. I think PC players too, they go. Like, if you give them a good game, they're fine. Like, they'll treat you right. But, guys, it's all about, like, notoriety, and it's all about the long haul. PC players are like elephants. They don't forget. And that's not saying that we're all big boys, and some of us are big boys. but holy shit, guys, it's like, if they continue to do this, a lot of people, I already have friends in the space that are on PC, full on PC gamers that are trepidatious about PlayStation exclusives. They're like, dude, I played Days Gone. on PC. That shit did not run good, bro, for me. Like, it did not run good for me, bro. I don't know about you. Well, did you have the NVMe SSD at the time? Oh, well, sorry, bro. Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't, bro.
yeah,
I had my
crazy.
mechanical hard drive, bro. I'm like, well, nigga, that's on you, bro. Mechanical hard drive was in the PS4, dog. Like, we're on PC. Can you upgrade a little bit? But this is the issue. Everyone across the board is so different, right? So when you're gonna go to that platform, you need to be prepared, and they're not prepared for the space. They are not. They're prepared for their own space.
Every time you see that minimum requirement
Yeah.
on a PlayStation game that's on PC, that shit is a goddamn lie.
A lie. It's a lie. And that's amazing that you're saying that, Curse Mark, because it's so true. That is the biggest truth. That shows you how little optimization goes into this shit, guys. It's like most games, you look at the benchmark, even Godfall wasn't lying. It was weirdly high, and everyone was like, is that true? Is that true? And it's like, yeah, the graphics were busting on PC for Godfall. They were kind of elite at the time. But guys, like the Sony ones are all over the place. And it's like, why are they all over the place? Oh, not enough love gets put into this. Oh, no optimization. Oh, they'll fix it a month later. Oh, maybe. Like, I can't keep doing this, dude. Like, I can't. I'm all about this. And we were supposed to push back this, but this is it, guys. Like, this is the rant.
I got this blood boiling, bro. Yo, wait. I gotta check if this camera's still rolling, man. Damn. Yo, we good. We cooking out here, boy. This man's cooking. Oh, shit, man.
We gotta push past this, but the last thing I will say, guys, is that if the garden was a little bit more walled and maybe we trim the hedges to look over every now and then, and we fucking feed them some scraps, and we give them a PC game, and you give them a God of War like a year, 2 years later, like we've been doing. But this day and date release shit, it's going to bite you in the ass, Sony, you greedy whores. Listen to me. Like, it is literally going to bite you in the ass so bad because you're not prepared. Like, you're not prepared, and it's showing. It's rippling through the industry. It's like a PlayStation game drops. Everyone's so excited. It's coming to PC. VGC next day. It's not working. It's just not working. PlayStation exclusive on PC can't open. It crashing. Good luck. Refund. Thank God for Steam refunds. Premium. Like, this is the premium. Like, guys, it's like,
oh no.
Sony can't afford this bad PR, first of all, let alone afford to keep dropping mediocre ports to tarnish their brand.
Yeah.
I think they have such a strong brand name. I love the approach of having a console premium experience, right? Especially since no one does it as good as them. If they leaned into it a little bit more and they stopped doing this weird shit for money.
Like day one PC releases.
That needs to settle down. Like, I'm not opposed to releasing on the platform. If I had it my way, yeah, I would be. Right?
So are you against it or are you not against it?
I kind of am, right? I'm playing happy. I'm playing ball for everyone, basically, because it's like, okay, everyone gets to eat, sure.
Yeah.
And right. I am agnostic, so I get to play the games on PC, right? With my beefy rig.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when those games drop like shit, I look to the PS5 in the mist, and I'm like, oh, I gotta boot this fucking thing up. Oh God, right? Like,
oh shit.
And it wouldn't.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's like, just don't tease me. Don't tell me it's gonna come and then drop it like that. Like,
yo, man. Oh,
I'm an all or nothing guy. You're gonna bring it. If you're not, then don't bring it at all.
I heard I heard there was suffering. But you just made it seem like a goddamn massacre over there. Like, it's just fucking terrible. Like, it is balls to the wall terrible.
And I knew something had to be up because I was, before I even was delving into Helldivers at all, I looked at some streamers that I play on PS5. And they were having a good experience with it.
Right. And then you looked at other people on PC.
Yeah, and then I didn't look at other people initially on PC. I looked at the Steam reviews. They popped up for me because I had the game in my wish list.
Right.
And the reviews popped up right away. I'm like, mixed. But this game looks amazing. And the amount of fun people are having it. And my friends are messaging me about it. They're telling me how much fun they're having on it. I'm like, some of those people, I parsed through it. I'm like, oh, this guy's not having fun. Oh, he's on PC. I'm like, oh, these guys are having fun. I'm like, oh, they're on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
one of them, their thing crashed. Oh, how much fun can they really be having over there?
A lot, bro. If it works.
If it works, right? But that's what's
man.
crazy. You always have to know that if there's issues on the console and the game is like across the board on PC,
And
it's rampant.
I was actually, and that's the thing too, I didn't really click in because when I first turned on the game and then I saw the crossplay thing, I was like, I just kind of clicked. I'm like, it's a PlayStation exclusive. It's crossplay first day. I'm like, this is. It didn't really. It was weird to me. I didn't question it fully.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, that's weird. I'm like, that's cool though. Yeah, turn that on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, not the greatest idea, Sony, huh? Damn, everyone's just
I think
getting.
they're probably like, engineers in the background. How do we untether this crossplay shit? It's like they're never playing together again. I'm like the games will work on separate platforms. I know they're not playing together. Like I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the actual issue is. I know that there's a lot of networking issues. There's a lot of jangled code.
And they don't have the people to run this shit the way they want to run it on these day one releases.
Well, I don't know.
And if they're fixing it in a month, then bro, like take 6.
Yeah.
And then release it.
Even having a lot of people like to say that, this is a PC approach too. A lot of them like to say like, this is kind of an egotistical approach as well. But I mean, a lot of them are like, we preferred how it was prior because we got the games when they were good. They were refined. Even on PlayStation, some of these games were fucking buggy. But they fixed them and then they ported them and they kind of refined some of those ports and then we waited and they were good, right? Like they were still better than getting day one. Now you're getting so if Helldivers dropped 6 months from now on PC, you would be getting the PS5 experience now, which is random crashes every now and then. I can't play with my friends. At least I can still play the games. And you'd be getting that now. The experience you're getting now, though, on PC, since it's a day one PC game, it just doesn't boot. It just doesn't boot. It's using 97% CPU utilization. You have a server CPU. How? What are you mining Bitcoin? Like what the hell's going on? It's using 120% GPU utilization. Like it just makes no sense, guys. Like this thing's just not optimized. Like
days.
It's just not. Something's up. So they gotta figure it out. And I don't like as you're saying. I think we both agree. Whoever signed off on this day one PC live service approach,
right?
Oh my god. Let alone.
They gonna keep that guy.
Dude, that guy, I know. They're gonna be like, yeah. Like, holy shit. Oh my god, that works so
You know why? Because Sony...
They're making money.
They're making sacrifices. They're going to the blood altar and they're like, all right, here's some quality. Give us money.
And people are like, I don't really like it that much.
Oh, no.
Like, that's the issue, dude. It's like, you never want to see this, okay? You never want to listen to guys, okay? Because Lord Gaben will do it. We all know. You never want to see a PlayStation game drop on PC to the extent where it's so broken where Gaben's got to take it off the store. He's like, I can't sell this shit. Yep. If you own it, you can download it, maybe. But
Horizon Zero Dawn, not Forbidden West. Mm-hmm. That came out way later. And how did that run?
That was the one that had the issues, I believe. It was this.
Really? And that took a while to come on PC.
It was fucking both. It was both. The second one. Yeah, that's the second terrible. One was. The so second one wasn't that bad.
6 months isn't enough.
I remember the second one wasn't that bad. What was I running it on? Oh my god, I'm trying to think of the hardware. I think maybe a 3060 Ti. At the time,
and it ran like shit.
And that's the second game, not like shit, but I was not getting the performance that I should have been getting out the gate. And I remember that was week one. And I was very upset with it. I had system 16 gigs of RAM, 3060 Ti. It was a Ryzen CPU at the time. It was a great little pre-build I had that I was testing at the time. MSI pre-build. Shout out MSI the boys. but yeah, like oh my gosh, man, and. I remember it just was not good and not up to snuff, and they have to do it. They did fix it though. They did fix it, and I remember they fixed the sequel faster than the first game. The first game was the one with all the really bad texture errors and all that shit. Okay. But so it's not as though they haven't been getting better. It's just I don't think they've been getting good enough to drop day one at all.
No,
and
definitely not.
And whoever made that
Definitely
decision,
not.
you know it's all about money because they're like, it's live service, we got to get them in day one. But that is such a stupid, like, people that think about that argument and aren't thinking about it from the money angle and trying to hamster in some player.
But you know why it makes sense that they're doing this also?
Come on.
And I've realized since we've been talking about this, for one, PlayStation players don't give a fuck about PC players
at all.
They don't give a shit how much
they
they
don't
suffer.
care if the game's even running on there right now.
And then you have PC players that are used to dog shit on day one.
Yep.
So it's a win-win for Sony. They put it out, right? And it may have a little bugs here, but it runs better on PC, right? And they're like, oh yeah, like it's great. Like me, I was playing Helldivers, like, yo, this is great. I'm like, yo, the game crashed. I'm like, I boot that shit right back up. I'm like, I ain't stop. I'm not done playing. I'm not done playing. And then yeah, exactly. And then
the PlayStation.
And then you have guys on PC that are like, well, you know, we're used to being the dog that gets smacked around and we just come back and like eat from the bowl like some World of Warcraft players, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, Sony's just like, hey man, we can beat the dog and have it eat the food too, I guess. And you know, I guess maybe PlayStation players are the cats and they're just like, well, we don't give a shit how much you beat that dog. Just make sure I get my meal. Like Exactly. There's absolutely no animal abuse in this analogy, okay?
This is the issue, right?
Holy shit.
This is the issue. It's like, why? Like, you shouldn't own a dog. Like, Sony shouldn't own a dog. Like, that's where I am trying to come to this argument, right? I'm like, they're such a bad owner. Like, they don't get to own a dog. They can own a cat because cats do its own thing, right? And they're like, okay, we want to feed this cat the way we want it, right? But they're abusing the dog.
It's literally like that's some World of Warcraft player shit right there, man. Like, yeah, they're just PC players are used to suffering and they're willing to either deal with it or they'll just steal your game. They'll just steal your food. They're untrained dogs. They'll just steal it. They're like, either you're trained and you're just like, you know, we'll just wait and, you know, daddy will fix it. Or it's like, well, fuck daddy. I'm going to take that food for myself. When he ain't looking, I'm taking it.
It's like if Gaben's not fixing it, someone's stealing something.
I'm telling you.
How many of y'all fuckers actually bought Spider-Man on PC? Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye.
Yo, it's like that's at least 50%.
Right there. Right?
At least 50%.
That shit got cracked early, probably.
How many of you actually bought JJK on PC?
Oh. That's the number I want to know.
How many of you actually bought Storm Connections on PC?
Oh, God. Bandai won't tell you that the majority of PC players are playing on private servers.
Yeah. Yo, my lungs cannot take this.
Oh, gosh.
All right, let's move on.
Moving on, guys.
What are we talking about next?
That Helldivers was hilarious.
Bro, I'm telling you.
We do got to throw this in the mix.
What,
we
Xbox?
Talk about the future of Xbox date is revealed. And this is really why the podcast wasn't going to be crazy long today, guys, because...
yeah, everyone's waiting for Xbox.
Waiting for Phil.
So, yeah, we can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah.
What we, you know... What do we expect?
Oh gosh.
What do I expect? Like, just being realistic. I expect them to, you know, maybe talk about Game Pass, the future of Game Pass, and how that might change. In terms of exclusives, the whole exclusive thing, I know we like to meme on it and stuff. And say, oh, they're going to give away, like, every exclusive. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's realistic for Xbox. Like, let's just think realistically. They're still going to have their console for at least one more generation, right? But that's everybody. Well, not everybody, because Nintendo will probably have a console till the day they die. On God, they are not getting rid of that shit. No. It would cause a riot. Okay?
They're gonna sell you a handheld.
Yo, I'm telling you, it would be a riot.
Yep.
You better have a Switch 2 and a Switch 3 already in production. Okay? That's what Nintendo players think. Like, this shit is not dying. Not on our watch.
Never.
Okay? And I have a Switch. I want the Switch 2. Will I use it? I just want it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd use it over the Switch Lite.
Yeah, but
I
I'm just saying I understand the need. All right, like
I get it though. You
right.
know? It's just
But anyways, before I get off track,
Nintendo.
Nintendo, Xbox is not gonna get rid of their consoles anytime soon.
God no.
I don't think so. In terms of their exclusives, let's be honest. Bethesda, they just got bought, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would it be out of reason for them to give PlayStation players Starfield or Elder Scrolls like 2 years after their console release?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not actually. In fact, it seems very likely when I think about it. People were talking about Hi-Fi Rush, and Hi-Fi Rush isn't really like a big deal. Like I can see that going on any platform, including the Switch, which would sell crazy amounts. But yeah, I don't think Bethesda's games are really off the table. And then obviously you still have Call of Duty, which is definitely not off the table. So I don't know. The only games that I would say wouldn't go on PlayStation would be their OG, like the original exclusives, Halo, Gears of War, Fable, like those kind of games that have always been on Xbox and are Xbox first party, like true first party. I don't think those are going anywhere. I don't think you'll see those on PlayStation just because they need to have some sort of leverage, right? You have to have some sort of reason to want to buy an Xbox, to go on Xbox.
Let me tell you this.
Right?
I think Xbox gives them the table scraps. I think
that's how they should do it.
You can have Halo Master Chief Collection.
Right?
You can have Halo Master Chief Collection. They give them one of the best Halo games. They give them ostensibly all three of the best Halo, Bungie's darlings. They give them the best Halo games ever made. And they give that to an ecosystem that has been yearning for shooters. You do that, and PlayStation eats it up. They eat it up. They eat it up so much that they're like, I'm kind of ready for some more Halo. Boom. Xbox comes in 2026 with a new console, new exclusive Halo.
Right.
You're not getting this new Halo. You don't even have Infinite yet. You think you're gonna keep playing MCC.
And I don't even think PlayStation will get Infinite. I don't think that's even happening. No. I don't think they're getting anything Halo.
I think they might get Halo.
You think they'll get... No,
Yeah,
I don't think so, man.
That Halo,
I don't think so.
Considering they were thinking about bringing it to PS4, we have that on good authority by a lot of people. I do think that, yeah, if they were going to bring it to PS4...
the fanboyism's going to be crazy.
I think people need to get over it.
Yeah, of course.
Because Microsoft just needs to play the field. All they need to do is say, you have all the best stuff. And they need to give them the best stuff.
If Xbox truly wants to just become a publisher and that's like their future, and honestly, that could be the announcement. It could be.
That'd be
like if we're just like
that'd be crazy.
That could be it. They could be like, okay, guys, this is the plan. We're gonna support the Series X and S, and sure, we'll have a console for the next generation because honestly, the next generation is pretty close.
It's already kind of set.
But in the next decade, after the next, PSZZ, or sorry, Xbox ZZ or whatever, right? Whatever you have, whatever letter you want to put behind this thing, it's going to be over in the sense of consoles for Xbox. Yeah. And honestly, that works for them. They can afford to do that. They've already been so successful in putting the Game Pass on every platform. I run Game Pass on my phone. I got a backbone for my phone, and I'm running Horizon 5 on my phone, and it runs immaculate. That's sick. Beautifully. I run it on my Steam Deck. I can take my Steam Deck anywhere, bro. I can if somewhere has Wi-Fi or I got unlimited data on my phone, I use the data from my phone and run it on my Steam Deck, and I'm playing Game Pass in the parking lot on break. That's sick. Okay? it runs great. Like, let me tell you, it runs pretty damn good.
Yeah, because you got that LTE.
Yo,
right?
So it's like, do they need a console? Well, no. If you really think about it, no, they don't. Now, I hear you guys. I can hear the steam coming out of the Xbox players' ears right now when I'm saying this, because they're saying the guys that like are really tied to their console. they can't let it go. They are fuming when I say these things because they cannot imagine the possibility of them not having an Xbox, that PlayStation players are playing Halo on their PlayStations, and everything, there's just no order. It feels like chaos. But but this might be the reality, and it makes sense. Phil has been saying time and time again, we want you guys to be able to play our games no matter where you are, no matter what device you have.
Preacher, brother.
And, that's really like, we always love the console wars and stuff, but this is in reality what everybody wants. This is what everybody wants. If PlayStation went and said this too, that would be that's never happening though.
Never.
That would never happen.
They can't afford to.
Yeah, right. They can't
literally
afford to.
It's not even that they can't. People, I love how people say
even if PlayStation could afford to do it, they would not.
They would not
do it.
because they do.
Okay,
they don't have to.
they are two different entities.
Exactly.
PlayStation is, we are premium.
Yeah.
You will play us or you will play no one. Okay, you will get our PlayStation headset. You get our PlayStation Portal. Oh, you got Dr. Dre beats? Oh, you got Turtle Beaches? Well, guess what, bitch? We don't give a fuck. You buy our brand new 3D Pulse headset or whatever it is, right? And plug that bitch in. Oh, you got a webcam? Yeah, you can't plug it into the PS5. Get a PlayStation Eye or whatever the hell that shit's called. You know what I'm saying? Very, very premium, which... Also, we were talking about the Apple thing. This is a little sidetracked, but it would also make sense, if Apple bought Sony, because they are very alike in their business.
Well,
right?
I don't know if they could buy Sony because Sony is a Japanese company, but I do.
But it would make sense.
It would make sense. Apple in the future to buy PlayStation as an entity.
Yeah,
not
Sony, but PlayStation
from Sony. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
If they bought PlayStation from Sony,
yes, I could definitely.
That would be crazy.
That would be genius. The difference is though, PlayStation is not. I don't want to say everything to Sony because Sony has so many good.
But they are at the same time.
Agreements. I know Sony's has a good landmine. Like they have really good placements in where they are in the tech sectors, right?
Yeah.
But
TVs, movies,
especially media right now, multimedia.
A lot of media. Yep.
The issue is though they really have sat their feet in gaming a little, maybe too much. So that if they were to sell it off or something, like I don't know if it would be feasible. I don't know if they even want to because of how much of PlayStation is Sony now. Like how much it takes up. It might be like 50% or more.
It feels like that.
Yeah.
Whenever you anytime anyone even says the word Sony, I like that just goes over my head and I say PlayStation?
Yeah. Before it used to be Sony, it used to be the Walkman, right? You think about like right? You think about the Walkman, or maybe if you were really like up there, you like in the media, you'd be thinking of like DSLRs or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, you'd be thinking of a high-end camera. But back then the consumer,
any casual, even anyone that doesn't even really like pay attention to games, you say Sony and they go, oh yeah, PlayStation. Yeah,
PlayStation now. Yeah, right. It's almost unanimously agreed that it's like that's just
they're really tied together.
Really tight.
But when you hear Microsoft, you hear Microsoft, and when you hear Xbox, you hear Xbox. You understand? That is the very big difference between the two. Yeah. So when it comes to Xbox, right? Microsoft could just be like, yeah, well, we were never like, we don't get, first of all, Microsoft, don't get it twisted. They don't give a fuck about Xbox, okay? Microsoft does not give a shit, okay? And in fact, Xbox is on their last legs. And I think that's why this shit is going the way it's going. And they're like, you know what? Let's just get our stuff everywhere. Yeah. Who wanted this box in the first place? Not Microsoft. I tell you that. Not Microsoft. Phil had to put in blood, sweat, and tears to get at that table, okay? Blood, sweat, and tears. Okay? Sacrifice, okay?
No, you're cooking.
It's still like, we're still getting to this conversation. Mm-hmm. After everything they've been doing, telling us all about all these exclusives and how they want to push for power with the next console, we're still, weirdly enough, at this conversation of, are they going to keep the consoles going? Are they going to keep their exclusives? It's dangerous.
I think this is the thing. I think ever since Satya got in the picture, like ever since Microsoft has been taking like this overlooming look at Microsoft or Xbox, because gaming is more to them than Windows now. Ever since that Activision deal has gone through, Activision alone has kind
because
of
of how much money they spent.
exactly.
On
Activision
them.
has teetered the scales, and now it's like, okay, we need to look at gaming now as a company, because it used to be just okay, they got a seat at the table. Now it's like, fuck, they got a seat at the table. Like,
and now they're spending billions and billions of dollars.
Right? We don't want these freaking losers spending. It's like, no, they're gonna spend our money how we want it to.
Yep.
So this is how Microsoft's getting in there. The thing is, guys, I do think Phil is being a real one. He's fighting.
Phil is being a real one.
I think he's fighting for his life right now.
But yo, don't get it twisted. Blizzard, y'all are fucking up big time. Big time. Activision, y'all are fucking up big time. Big time, bro. For the amount of money they spent on you, y'all are fucking up so hard. Yo, I would be pissed if I was Microsoft. I would be fucking furious. Okay?
Overwatch?
Yo, Overwatch? What is that? Yo, that's like porn, bro. Isn't it? Yo, I'm telling you. Like, it's not a game anymore. Like, and then you have Call of Duty, which is
Diablo,
just my god. And
Diablo.
Diablo. Oh God, World of Warcraft, admittedly, has been going up though, right? And it's still the biggest MMO, right?
Grace is Call of Duty Mobile. King.
God, Call of Duty Mobile.
It's the only saving grace they have for metrics, right?
Candy Crush,
which will keep that bag afloat. We all know that, right? And then they got like, I feel like they got some.
It's bad, man.
It's tough
it's
right
bad.
now. I don't know who else is really
and
worthwhile in that combo.
Bro, and that's bad.
Yeah, that's
bad.
Right? They
Starfield. Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
That was supposed to be like game of the year, the amount of hype that surrounded that game. Everyone thought that game was game of the year contender at the least. It was nowhere.
Remember that they said they internally reviewed it? That they scored way higher on the internal reviews? I was like, Phil,
those people.
Who the fuck is lying to you on site? Those QA testing. Someone is lying to you, Phil. Like, who are you letting lie to your face, telling you that Redfall and all these games are gonna score in the 80s on Metacritic?
Yo,
They're
Redfall,
liars.
that's another one.
Oh my god. Redfall's so hard into the grave, bro.
Oh my god.
It was bad, bro.
Like, it's bad. They have a lot more bad than good. For the money they spent, it's bad.
But here's the thing with Microsoft about them going multi-platform like this. I don't understand what gamers want. I think if they are like in the same breath that people are like, Phil, I love Phil. They'll see Phil and black out. They'll see Phil Spencer and fucking just black out at E3 conference, right? The same people that will do that are the people that are like, don't you dare give them Halo, Phil. But guys, you gotta trust Phil. Phil's saying they are saying no more exclusives.
Yep. And he's saying that because Microsoft is telling him to.
Exactly.
And here's the thing.
It's the only way they're going to stay alive.
And here's the thing. People are getting it really, really fucked up. Okay? Listen. Microsoft, and listen. Microsoft does not give a fuck about Xbox players, okay? They do not give a fuck about you, bro. Microsoft thinks on a global scale, okay? Yeah. They will leave your ass behind and tell you, oh, well, you just buy a PlayStation. Okay, we don't care. Our games are there. Get a PlayStation. Get a Switch.
Here's what I'm thinking. Why do you think these new leaks are showing that it's like a handheld hybrid Switch console? That like they're going to dual SKU approach and that you're going to have a handheld and then you're going to have a real dedicated console. So like, why do you think they make moves like this? And even if it is way stronger than the old gen, and people are like, would they really drop a console, guys? Like, everyone has the Series S. It's 70 to 30, but would they really drop a console that is 700 USD, like 800 USD, and then leave us behind and call it the next gen? Microsoft would.
They would.
Xbox doesn't give a shit.
No.
Because once Microsoft's in the picture, it's not Xbox anymore. It's Satya. And Satya is saying, let us compete, Sony.
Yeah,
you better
I remember that. And he had the most demonic smile on his face.
That was the scariest shit I've ever seen.
That was the calmest, yo, come at me, bro.
That was the evilest shit ever, bro. He's like,
bro,
I can eat you. I can eat you right now.
That's
bro.
the thing.
Microsoft is scary, bro.
Yo, I'm telling you.
People are thinking that this is a bad move for them too. That's what.
No,
that
it's
is
not.
what's laughable. I'm like, this is their first step to
Bro,
world domination. People need to be afraid. You need to be afraid.
This is why I say, Microsoft is not afraid to buy themselves out of a bad situation. They are not afraid to buy themselves out of a bad situation.
I agree.
I'm telling you. And all they got to do is buy everyone. And that might seem hard, but not to them. It's super fucking easy. It's super easy. Now, of course, you have people that have integrity and pride, and they don't want your money.
But if Todd Howard took the bag, who else is gonna take the bag?
Somebody's gonna take the bait, okay? Somebody, you know, your integrity has a price point.
Oh, yeah.
Your pride has a price point. Okay? As a company, it has a price point. Now, you can be, you know, super hardcore gamer, super loyal, and be like, I don't have a price point. I'm going to stick with Xbox till the day I die. Well, dude, you're going to be in the grave with the box because they're going to put it there. And you're attached to it. So I'm sorry, bro. This Thursday, listen, you should be scared. You should be. I'm not thinking anything crazy is gonna happen. No. But if you think about Microsoft, you think about their objective, you think that they want to compete, they want to be a big publisher. That's what they sound like they want to do. None of this is out of reach. Okay? Especially for them. Yeah. They have a big green hand, and if you touch it, oh, we're rich. Oh. Yo, wasn't that bad taking the deal, was it? Yo, wasn't that bad, bro? Yo, we eating. Yo, what car you want? Yo, man, I want XYZ, bro. Yo, where that Bugatti at, bro? Like, yo, I'm telling you, it's not that far out of reach, okay? It's not. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who on the team at whatever studio doesn't want to do it. You can have a guy like Todd Howard be like, well, fuck you guys. I want the money. And that's the reality, okay? That's the reality. You start buying people, right? You start cutting off employees. You start trimming down the fat. And like I said, we're on this whole Power World thing, and guys using AIs to make work easier. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse for y'all. I'm telling you. The minute that shit starts to pick up even more, I'm telling you, think Microsoft, you know, why are they throwing so much money at Power World? Why do you think, bro? Because they think it's a fantastic idea. They think it's fan-fucking-tastic, bro. They're like, yeah, we like this. We like this Pokemon fake shit. Yeah, we like this whole AI situation.
You know why they like it? They like it because Nintendo, what did Phil say? Oh yeah, you know, it's only a matter of time before Nintendo realizes that the future of their games is off their platform. You know, all of this is just backing up Phil to say, "Look, Nintendo, look how much money we're making with your fake Nintendo." Like, Jesus Christ, your fake Pokemon, we got it here, but we got it done.
Didn't
on Game Pass like a demon.
Didn't Nintendo like laugh Xbox out of the boardroom?
Yeah, when they tried to buy them back in the day.
Yeah, y'all gonna pay for that.
That's so ominous. That is so
I'll tell you, y'all gonna pay for that, man. I'll tell you, in little ways, in little subtle ways that us gamers like to read things and nerd out about. Y'all gonna pay for that. Y'all want to laugh Xbox out of the room? Okay. Come back in 10 years. Come back to my boardroom in 10 years. Yo, Power World in 10 years?
Yeah.
And it won't even be Power World. The way this shit's going, Power World was the start of something crazy, okay? When it comes to efficiency in the workload, cutting down staff and letting the computer do the work. And I'm sorry, no one wants to hear this. Developers, I'm sorry. I know you're terrified. I've seen plenty of developers talk about this, and it scares the shit out of them. It scares the living piss out of them, bro. I'm telling you. And I feel for you. But things do not stay the same.
They don't.
Times change. Did we make games the same way now that we did 20 years ago? No, we didn't,
No.
bro. Things are different. And now we have AI. AIs you can use in different ways. There's the main objective is how can we do something with the least amount of money? That has always been the practice. It's always been the practice. Always. Always. Doesn't matter what budget you see on the game, that was the lowest budget possible. Okay?
That is so true.
People want to talk like Spider-Man, oh, it's like a multi-billion-dollar game. Like, that was the lowest cost possible. If they could have made it lower, they would have. They
Just like
would
they
have.
are with the sequel.
Exactly. Bro,
Like,
people don't
They're like,
understand.
yeah, we gotta tighten this up a little bit.
I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
So in a lot of different ways, when it comes to AI, when it comes to this whole exclusive situation, when it comes to Xbox One and consoles, things are gonna change. So yeah, be scared for Thursday.
And this is why I want this part. This goes into the discussion too about me wanting. It's so funny because I love Microsoft's approach of open borders. That's everyone. But then I do, and I really, really want them to go full swing on that. The thing that annoys me about that approach is that the Xbox ecosystem hasn't supported them in that approach. I really think that if the people behind Xbox were like, they just weren't speaking out both sides of their fucking mouth saying, yeah, I love Phil. I love every little thing Phil says. I love him. Everything he says is right.
But they don't.
But they don't.
They
Because
don't.
they don't agree with his. They're not listening to the verbiage.
Phil-
He's been saying that we're done with exclusives for how long now? He says we're done, guys. Get it through your heads. And now everyone's having a tantrum online, and he's got to come calm the room down with Sarah Bond.
But the thing is that it's because 2 years ago, it's years ago, when they first started announcing, like when we first saw not Halo, but like Fable, and all the games that they said that were gonna come as exclusives.
That's
the talk back then was exclusives, right?
Yeah.
And I get it, guys. I get it. That was the message back then that we're gonna be popping off with exclusives, but that was years ago. That was years ago when we first saw those announcements for those games.
But grow up, right? Like Phil's like the Xbox guys, be adults, right? Like it sells a box, but grow up, right? Like it does sell a box, but at the end of the day, is it gonna be better in solely that ecosystem? The reason why I can argue about this from Sony and Microsoft is because I think Microsoft does not, if their games were only on their platform,
right?
They haven't done, in my opinion, a good enough job with this new generation of things being solely exclusive tied to their platform for anyone to benefit.
And
from
the
that.
truth is, they haven't done good with consoles in general. Like, how many people do you know have an
One?
Xbox, and how many people do you know have a PlayStation? It's insane. The ratio is insane.
Well, it's because
like
they
just
flopped.
me talking to guys at work, bro. It's insane. Okay?
But the Xbox One generation was really the nail in the coffin. Everyone talks
Yeah,
about this.
because they advertised a fucking like refrigerator and like TV.
TV.
Yep.
The issue is though, is
And-
that like everyone says, they were just they were too ahead of their time. Because that's all we do now. All we care about is the Last of Us fucking TV show. No one's even playing the game right now. People just want to watch the damn show and want to watch it get this. Emmys,
I want the new
right?
season. I don't want this Last of Us 2 remastered game that flopped
there you
because
go.
of
This
Power.
guy wants to watch the TV show. Like the Xbox was just ahead of their time in things. And the issue is, are they also ahead of their time here? Are they just trying to be too aggressive here with this open borders approach? I don't think they are. Like I think it's almost like the perfect sweet spot.
I don't think it is because I'm not like a fanboy, right? A fanboy would tell you that this is crazy. Like, why are they so aggressive? Why do they keep saying these things? Why are they making me cry? Why am I tearing up?
But can I tell you something though? Not just from a fanboy's perspective, but let me tell you a casual perspective. I got insight to the other day. This is from a casual guy who has a PC gaming rig, but he's really does like AutoCAD stuff. Has a workstation rig, but it can games occasionally. Plays Starfield every now and then. Plays Skyrim, shit like that. This guy, I told him, I was like, hey, so Xbox might be, there's some rumors going around, speculation and issue, Xbox might be putting their games on PlayStation. The first thing he says is, holy shit, that's so cool. Are they buying PlayStation?
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
shit. Let me check the camera. Oh, shit. Oh, what? Oh, shit.
That's the first thing he says to me.
My goodness.
Are they buying PlayStation? And that's like gives me massive insight to just like the casual how they think. And I'm like, no, they're not. But like,
that's a crazy thing to say.
Right? And he's like,
as someone who's actually like we're in it.
He's not looking at it from that angle. He's just like, oh well, I heard that like they've been buying up a bunch of people, and like I heard that like they're just putting their
like the casual thinks that
their games everywhere,
and
that's
what's
insight
crazy
to me. He's like, I heard they're putting their games everywhere. I heard they've been buying a lot of people. Now you're telling me they're putting their games on PlayStation. Did they just buy PlayStation? I'm like,
hey Julio.
Hey Julio.
It's the dog.
It's okay, man.
Go.
We're almost done.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was. Here, let me start. It was phenomenal insight.
Right?
It was phenomenal insight because I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, how's your brain work? Like, it's connecting those dots." And then I'm thinking, I'm like, "Is this normative? Is this just another casual take?" So I asked my other buddy, who's like super into Nintendo.
Okay.
I'm like, "Hey, like Xbox might be putting their games onto PlayStation. Like, there's a rumor, right?" And he's like, "No way. That's kind of fucking sick. Like, so you're saying like I might be able to play Halo on my PlayStation soon?" But I wasn't able to ask someone because I don't have any friends close bound to me that are just diehard Xbox. I do have one actually, and I didn't get a chance to ask him. So maybe next show I'll have his take on it. But he's so casual that like he doesn't even know there's an event happening Thursday. Like that Phil's talking, so it'll be great to get his take on it. But he just loves Game Pass and loves playing all the games. Like he's a good guy. So, but everyone from other ecosystems that are super casual, they see this as a win. Like they don't care. They're like, great. Like you're telling me I can go get a PlayStation and play Halo or something? That sounds crazy. You're telling me PlayStation guys can finally play a good shooter? You're telling me that like Xbox is just putting down barriers, and then full other swing is like, wait, is Xbox buying PlayStation? I'm like, no, but like I can see why you might think that because they're just buying everyone, and they're big enough to do that. But like, why would you know that? Like the
and
Japanese
this is what I'm
the
saying.
Casual take on it is
my
wild.
Goodness,
it's wild.
Even the casual knows.
Yeah,
that
it's David versus Goliath. They're like, even the casuals say those. Like, Microsoft can buy whoever they want.
Dude, they can buy themselves out of any situation. And, that's crazy that you say that. That their first thought is, are they buying PlayStation?
Well,
that's crazy.
Think about the ripple effect it would have. For me, I'm like, you got Xbox players thinking that pushing this weird narrative, like not players. I think like diehard fanboys are pushing this narrative from the other side, where it's like. Xbox has given up. If I was super cared, if we weren't agnostic and I was like trying to push some narrative, I would, and you're going to see this on Twitter now after this podcast goes up, but I would be like pushing propaganda being like, no, like full swing other side, like this is it, like Xbox is the way, like this is what you need to be doing to get the job done, like everything, because you got everyone saying it's the end of Xbox, and all I see in my perspective is world domination. The casual might see Halo on PlayStation and be like, holy shit, like.
And remember, we were talking about this before. Yeah. I gave the analogy that Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo represent the three warring kingdoms. You guys have ever played Dynasty Warriors? The three warring kingdoms?
My God, you've always
you got Wei, Wu, and Shu. And
crazy.
Guess what? At the end, there's only one left. And that's how it goes. There's only one left, bro. Yeah. And there's no green color, but Shu was green, but Wei is Xbox. Okay? That kind of seems like what it is. They are Microsoft. And who's gonna fall first? When I think about Nintendo and I think about PlayStation, who could fall first?
PlayStation every time.
It is crazy.
Every time.
I am PlayStation first, and I am leaning towards PlayStation getting out first.
Yeah, every time.
Getting killed
every time.
First.
Every time.
Okay? Because Nintendo has such a grip on the Japanese market, and they're so niche with just having a handheld.
Boatloads of cash.
And they have
boatloads.
Way more than Sony, I think.
They're just sitting on
Do
money.
they?
Nintendo's the only one who could, the only other company I believe who could survive like the Red Ring of Death if it were to happen to them. Like,
yeah,
everyone else
they're just
wouldn't
so
be able to eat that.
they're just so, I don't know if niche is the right word, but
Their
they have
inertia is unbelievable.
Dude, yeah, their ecosystem is impenetrable. Like, impenetrable. And that's why they were able to laugh Microsoft out of the fucking building.
Look at it.
Like,
when you sell things like the Wii that like grandmothers have, and like it's some of the best selling consoles in the world.
And the fact that they have the most iconic characters
ever.
to a casual.
Ever.
Everyone knows Ash Ketchum. Everyone knows Pikachu. Your grandma knows Pikachu.
Mario.
Okay? Mario. Luigi. Even Link. And Link's not even like the most popular.
Kirby.
Right? Kirby.
It's popular.
Yo, Kirby.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
females love that pink motherfucker. Like, I tell you,
iconic.
they have everybody, man. They got Peach, they got Daisy, they got Yoshi. Like, yo, Yoshi, bro. They got everything, though. Like, and I'm just talking from like the Mario universe. They got Metroid. They got what else? They got Star Fox. They also have
I'm thinking Crazy Icon though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
Diddy Kong. Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Can't forget DK, bro. It's too much. It is
Almost
too much.
It's almost
I honestly think it's so much that Microsoft, even if they take down Sony, they can't take down Nintendo. I think Nintendo's a partnership.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Nintendo's a partnership. Sony is so so against Microsoft in so many ways that they rather die than go with Microsoft. And I feel like that's how it is. I feel like they rather die. They rather go out with a bang.
I don't, and that's the funny thing. People think that they don't know the bad blood between like Sony and Nintendo, and like why the PlayStation was even made in the first place. And like there's so much crazy tenuous shit that goes back there. But I do think Sony would definitely die before they tried to reach out a hand to Nintendo and say, can we work on something together as unified Japan? Like no, like that. The companies are just
they have some bad blood.
They got some sticky shit. Right, they got some shit. That's for sure. PlayStation, Nintendo, we'll have to do an episode on that for sure. That'll be a great history episode to go through. Okay, but yeah, man. I do. It's funny that you say that because I see them letting themselves 10 times over before reaching out a hand to Nintendo.
And that's how it is, man. So I think that's what's gonna happen.
Like
now,
Thursday, we'll see.
Back
guys.
to Thursday. We don't know.
I do think Thursday, all it's gonna be really. I mean, the reason why they're taking a 3-party approach, I think Sarah Bond is gonna be there to cool the room. I mean, she's lovely to look at. And she's a nice woman. I mean, shit, Sarah, she could be the new face of Xbox once Phil leaves the picture.
Really?
She's super, like, I think a lot of the Xbox community likes her a lot. I think that there's just, like, a good, like, synergy working there. Yep. She knows games that are talk games. I really do like seeing her in the space.
Okay.
I'm cool also nice to have a woman of color representation. Sarah Bond.
Oh, she colored.
Yeah. So
she black?
She black lady.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, kick-ass last name, right? Like Bond, like come on, right? So, we got Sarah Bond there, and Phil's gonna be there. Obviously, Matt Booty, Mr. Booty. He's You got Bethesda babysitter, Mr. Booty there, and I don't know why he's there. I feel like, why would you? Seriously though, like why would you have? I remember just the other day, yesterday, 30 So Gaming, great content creator. He was talking about this. Why would you have Bethesda's babysitter there? And the reason why Bethesda's babysitter is he's going to either break some bad news or he's going to quell some fears. But how weird is it to have the babysitter go there just to be like, don't worry, we heard how upset you are. Starfield's staying on Xbox only. Like, no, guys, he's going to break the bad news. No, he's there to say, listen.
Guys, y'all better be.
Starfield's coming to PlayStation. Like, he's there to say it. He's there to say it.
For the guys that are like, honestly so tied. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, you're gonna have to let go. You're gonna have to let go. As I don't know, man. If you're a grown ass man in the basement and you're just crying about this, you gotta let it go. And if you're a teenager and you're just really tied into the console wars, well, listen up.
Keep worrying, bro, because Xbox is about to win. This is their first step. into world
Well,
domination.
I mean, if you're into the whole them, like, if you don't care about the because I know there's plenty of teenagers out there and like young adults that are really upset about this. People are breaking their consoles.
They're
right?
breaking
They
their
are
Xboxes,
they
they're
are
setting
smashing
them on fire. They're
They're
doing videos with
it
them
is
on TikTok.
crazy.
They're lighting them on fire.
I gotta let it go. Yeah, you gotta let it go.
I used to know. Here's the thing, though. I did it back in my day. I remember. Fuck, man. What was it that we? There was something. A horrible console. We lit something on fire. Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, me and my boys.
One of their consoles.
Yeah.
Not in our fucking house.
Nah, we kept our consoles.
I beat the hell out of you.
Yeah. No, but there were some that probably deserved it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did get an Xbox that got a red ring of death.
Yeah, that piece of shit.
It killed itself. So.
Yeah, that thing.
Yep. But guys, I'm sorry. Like, listen. The most realistic thing is that maybe they announced Starfield is coming to multi-platform. It is what it is. You're definitely going to hear, not definitely, but most likely hear that Hi-Fi Rush is coming to PlayStation or Nintendo. You're also going to hear, I don't know, something about them wanting to be a publisher. They're gonna shove it in your face a little more, telling you that they don't want a console. Maybe they're going to give you a time limit. I don't know.
I don't think that. I think the max that we'll see is that them just telling people that they're gonna get PlayStation and Nintendo will start getting games. Not even Nintendo. I think Nintendo's not gonna be in the mix because Nintendo will only be talked about at this Xbox discussion if Nintendo brings up the Switch 2.
I don't think they are either. Nintendo's gonna hold that for Nintendo does not like the spotlight being taken off them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's gonna be. And there's rumors of a Nintendo Direct coming Thursday.
There's rumors of this announcement, yeah.
Oh wait, it's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
yeah. So
that just went over my head.
That's what I mean.
It can go hand in hand.
It can go hand in hand. I'm wondering
that would be
if
crazy.
That's why Phil and them are rushing it. This event is supposed to be for the end of the month, supposedly. That Phil and them are pushing for this week, right? So it wasn't supposed to be even lined up. They're rushing it right now, maybe a week or 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
Maybe to match up with Nintendo.
Maybe, right? But I'm wondering, like, how synergistic is that? Because do they know, like, are we supposed to get a briefing from Nintendo?
I think that's kind of,
right?
I'd say like 60-40. It doesn't seem likely. It doesn't seem likely.
Super floaty. I think that what we're gonna get from Phil and them, there's gonna be no verbiage on Nintendo, no discourse on Nintendo at all. It's gonna be primarily talking about how we will be bringing our games to our competitors. Yeah. And I don't even think they're gonna say PlayStation. I think they're gonna say. I think they're gonna say our competitors, and then they're gonna say we've looked at some of these options and what's good. And the ones that will be coming, they're never going to come right away. I think that's the first thing that they're going to say.
It's not good. Yeah, it's not going to be day one releases.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever be day and date, and I think that will quell the fears. The issue is, for me, is that if people just shut up and leaned into this for 2 seconds, because guys, Sony benefits from keeping their ecosystem closed because of the things that they do there, the culture and all that stuff that they do there. But Microsoft already runs their shit like a workshop. It's already half contractors in. We're pumping out games. How I like to think about Xbox is it's fast food. I like fast food. In fact, I fucking love it some days. But it's not the steak. It's not the premium Sony option. And I understand that, but doesn't mean there's not a place and a purpose for that, right? Yeah. So Microsoft needs
That's a good analogy.
Microsoft needs to lean into that. And I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. It's just like Sony, if they are on this curated approach, that's why I get so upset with them, because I want them to both lean into what they're so good at. Sony, you're so good at doing this premium thing. Stop teetering too much over for money and greed. It's fucking you up. And it's ruining the image of what you're trying to build. Microsoft, they got to get the fans more on board. Guys, we need Microsoft games everywhere because Microsoft is Call of Duty. Microsoft is Halo. Microsoft is this. If Microsoft was able to spin it on its head and say, like, guys, we have the best games now. Like, Sony has good games, but we have some of the best in the industry.
Yeah, they have some of the best in the industry now. And
they need to be everywhere.
And they already know that their consoles do not sell anywhere near PlayStation or Nintendo.
Why are
they know that.
Games? Yeah.
So their idea is, let's buy the games and just put them everywhere. They
It's
already
smart.
are trying to do that.
It's smart.
They already extended their hand to PlayStation for Game Pass, and PlayStation said no.
Yep.
They said no, fuck you, you fucking pricks. Like, yeah, we see what you're trying to do. Oh, you want to be the biggest publisher? Well, we're not publishing for you. we're not going to be a part of it, right? So that's another reason why I think they're going to die fighting. But I think in reality, you know, PlayStation, here's the thing. PlayStation will take, right? Will they give? That's the thing. Now, does Xbox care if PlayStation gives them anything? Probably not. No. And I think that's where they're coming from with this. They're like, listen, we don't care if you give us anything because it won't matter. It doesn't matter to us. Okay?
Yeah.
They don't need the box. They're keeping the box because it has built there's a fan base around the box.
Yeah.
There is a hardcore fan base around that box. But they don't think like that. They think, okay, well, let's look at the world. Does the world like our games? Yeah, they do. How many of these people would play our games if they weren't on an Xbox? How many PlayStation players would buy Halo? Don't lie to me, bro. Don't lie to me. A lot of them.
Because there's no freaking shooters to play on the platform right now.
The hardcore player the hardcore PlayStation player thinks, oh my god, Halo with a PlayStation controller. Oh my god, amazing. Like, and then you have the casual that plays on PC or they're on Nintendo, and they're like, oh my god, you're telling me I can play like Xbox games on PlayStation? That is so cool, because they don't care about the Xbox. They care about the games. And now So Microsoft is so smart with that knowledge that they're like, okay, well, where should we spend our money? Okay, well, let's buy the developers.
Yep.
Let's just buy the studios. We don't need an Xbox. We don't even need it.
Lost leading on a box every generation. Why do we keep making this expensive-ass box that makes us no money?
And the thing is that everyone is already talking about it. Spawnwave talks about it. Maddie Plays talks about it. Everyone talks about it. Every single content creator is telling you the same thing, that consoles are coming to an end eventually, okay? Within the next 7 to 10 years, whatever it is, the next generation might be the last for consoles. It just might be, because technology is moving so quick, and Microsoft is so ahead of everyone in technology, so much more money than everybody else in the space, that they can do it now. They can get ahead now.
Yep.
They're already ahead when it comes to streaming. When it came to the cloud, they were ahead. How long has it been since Sony has actually gotten PlayStation Now right? Or this PlayStation Remote Play right? It has been so long. They just got it right. It's just running good.
And how long? And Game Pass has been good for
years.
And cloud,
years.
Xbox Cloud, I would argue Xbox Cloud has been phenomenal with me since release. I've been playing since beta on my phone. Destiny 2.
Xbox literally thinks 2-3 steps ahead. They are thinking years in advance. And maybe you're right. That was Xbox's one's downfall, because they were so ahead.
Yep.
And people didn't care about it, but they knew people would care about it.
Yep.
So now they don't care. They see the results. This shit is going to pay off 110%.
Eventually, the thing is, what people don't understand is that some things you can make up for it, right?
Yeah.
I think their biggest downfall of being too far ahead back then was that, okay, that was the time to build the library. You needed to get the people on board, so that you needed them to care, so that they could go to where you wanted them to go. Now the issue is that they're not here now, but it doesn't matter, because you can get them back on the hook so easily with things like Game Pass. It's like, oh sure, this guy has a PS5, this guy's got a PC, but he's also got Game Pass, and he's also got it on his phone, and we got him. Oh, and he's also on Windows, so we got him both. We got him on double, right? Like, they're a service company, and them thinking smartly right now in the service perspective, I think, is only going to bolster the box if it's even around anymore.
Right.
I don't think the box is a future that is going to be in perpetuity. I think people need to get this idea out of their heads that we're going to have these boxes forever. The infrastructure is getting faster and better every year.
Times change, man. So, times change.
Dude,
and Xbox has the money to make the change faster than others.
Yeah. And the thing is, like I'm saying again, some people will come back for different reasons. Like Xbox, definitely, the brand got killed for a lot of people because of the Xbox One generation. Right. But the brand was also revitalized for a lot of people because of the Game Pass Netflix for gaming approach. A lot of people I know that would never have bought an Xbox, but because of the hard times, because of the big sickie, because of anything, fiduciary agreements, anything, a lot of people went with Xbox because they provided a service that was phenomenal and the most affordable, economically promising everything.
Almost every dad I know
has Game Pass.
Everyone, It feeds all your kids. It feeds all their attention spans. You pay $1 for 3 months, bro. And you have 3 kids. It's easy. Easy, bro. It's the easiest decision you can make in your head.
All these games. You're not buying V-Bucks for feeling Fortnite when this kid has 100+ games to try.
I'm telling you.
Like I hear the stories of parents, especially that like their kids are into gaming or whatever, and they have Game Pass, and it's like revolutionary. It's like I just went out to get this cheap little box that's $200, and it was like it's like my kid's on this next gen now, right? Versus like, dude, like people do not understand.
For the kids, man, it is an easy choice for the parent.
There's a lot of decisions that they're making that are a lot of the times ahead of the game, but that won't bite them in the ass so much that it's like it has a certain threshold. I feel like they're getting a little bit better at it. Game Pass was super hemorrhaging to the industry. Super, like, obviously it's going to have its ripple effects, right?
Oh yeah.
But I think
they took a hit.
I do think to a certain extent it was inevitable. If Microsoft wasn't going to do this, another company would have. And another company might have done it worse with less money, arguably. And then people would have just written off the idea in general. Microsoft can do it poorly, not the best now, but they have a lot of money to make it run and get it going.
And
good.
Game Pass was another like 2-3 steps ahead when they came out with it. When Game Pass was becoming an idea, streaming was not the norm. Streaming was new. Blockbuster was getting shut down. Netflix was coming in, and Microsoft saw, okay, subscriptions. People are getting more into subscriptions. That's enticing. People don't want to buy games all the time, out the box, $60 a game. Okay, let's make a subscription. Let's make it $1 for 3 months. And then make it $15, $16, $17 a month. And now look at it. There are, like, the world is saturated in subscriptions now. They knew what was going to happen. And I feel like with this, it's the same thing. And they will very well be right that in the future, there's no need for consoles and you need a strong subscription model. People are already talking about picking and choosing their games and not being able to buy every game they see, and it's tiring to buy every game they see, and that companies are complaining about, oh, well, we need to raise the price of base games. Bro, on any game with Unreal Engine 5, if it's a AAA game, is now $5 more than the base price, okay? It's crazy, and that's before taxes. You see $89.99 on a PS5 exclusive. If it has Unreal Engine 5, it's $93.34 before taxes. It comes up to $103 after fucking taxes, okay? It's not nice. It's not nice to the consumer. So Game Pass is looking better and better as the years have come along. It has looked better and better. Now, that's not to say that they're not taking a hit. Of course, Xbox is taking a hit. But I feel like it's going to pay off in the end.
Well, and here's another great argument, because a lot of people will push back on that, and they'll be like, oh, well, so your full swing approach into the Game Pass, and then like what? So normal games just aren't allowed to exist? Guys, I would argue right now, fundamentally, PlayStation games especially if they were locked to the ecosystem and never released anywhere else, and you could only play them on PlayStation. I would argue Sony should be charging for PS5 games $129 base Canadian. So that for USD, yeah, maybe $110. I think the base price of video games can be way higher because with inflation, it's shown back in the NES days, whatever. A lot of people were paying $140 for Mario.
They're already talking about it being more.
Right? I don't think the average. Here's why Game Pass is so clutch though. The average game does not deserve to be that price.
Yes,
but PlayStation games and how they orient their
first
games.
Party, not second party, not Rise of Mid.
Yeah, first party. Oh God, first party. Okay, first party PlayStation games. I would argue, yes, I would charge more for that. Very akin to an Apple iPhone. I would charge more for that than the average Android, even if the Android has more features, because it's reliable, it's high quality, it's premium, and it shows in all these avenues so well compared to its competitor. But that being said, you need Game Pass to clean up the rest of the industry. It really does need to clean up in subscription terms. Like other subscription models will help that, right? But this general term of like there needs to be an equilibrium to a certain extent, and like they could help each other. I really think Sony, if they went this approach of, hey, our games are here and our games are $149 Canadian base price, that's fine. I already pay $150 for Destiny Deluxe Edition. That gives me my expansion and it gives me the whole year's worth of Destiny content. People already pay out the ass for games anyways. You buy the digital Deluxe Edition of a game and it's gonna come to around $100 USD anyways.
And the truth is that people justify the price if it's the right game.
If it is the right game.
And
that's
people
why
always justify the price. And it is sad to say because, you know, in a sense, I personally think the prices are too high. They're too high. I don't know. It's just...
I don't, based off how we interact with the medium.
But...
I don't. Because I don't. I can play a looter shooter like Suicide Squad, and we're not going to get too far into what we're playing this week, guys, because we're running out of time crunch here. But I could play a game like Suicide Squad, and you know I could just be running around the game, having fun with Boomerang, just the feel of the characters.
And that was what, $89.99?
And that game right there, $89.99, right? I could run around and play that game and just... So what I've done one night is that I didn't even do any missions or objectives. I was just running around fighting people in the open world for about 4 hours. Just having fun, moving, and playing the game, having fun. Something that I would do for Destiny some days where I just log in and just feel the game because it feels that good. Suicide Squad feels that good. And I would argue you don't interact with mediums that way. So I'm allowed to play a game like this and log in and do something like that feels good for me, and I can do that for 4 hours. I can have done it for longer.
You like the Suicide gameplay?
Yeah, but even if I'm not comparing that game, right? Let's use another game comparison. Just a go-to game, Halo 3. If I want to log in and play Master Chief Collection multiplayer for 5 hours, right? That's nothing. That is nothing. So what? Should that game be $15? Because, and if I never picked it up ever again, should that game be $15? And do they need to owe me money? Or should that game have been $120 and I should keep going back? Like how we interact with the medium.
I don't think it should be increased though, because that's when you get into dangerous territory, because people like to talk about, for example, GTA 6, right? And I believe one of the people that worked on GTA 6 said, oh, well, we would like it if the industry worked in a way where we set the price based on how much work was done on the console, or sorry, on the game, which I get. I think
that might have been Strauss Zelnick or someone like that. That's pretty high up there.
Yeah, and I understand that, but at the same time, that is, I don't know, it just seems too dangerous. You need to have a set price for games. I don't know, because in all honesty, they're making millions upon millions of dollars, if not billions, depending on the game, especially GTA. They will, without a doubt, if you sell the game $89.99, you're making your money back. And that's why I kind of have you have to meet halfway in a way. And I feel like we already are. GTA, the base game, is already after taxes gonna be over $100. It's gonna be $103. The base game. Why? It's gonna have Unreal Engine 5 and it's a AAA game. Those two staples alone, it's a $93 game before taxes. So I feel like that's already good enough, right? And if you want more money, that's when you have the deluxe edition and the ultimate edition. And let's not get it twisted too. Those editions for any fucking game, though the editions that they put in for the deluxe, whatever you're getting on top of that, it doesn't cost them shit. No, it is usually a cosmetic or some free
not even in the game yet.
Not in the game, or some currency, some in-game currency, and it doesn't cost them a thing to put that in. And they're charging you an extra $20 to $30 to goddamn $40 more. So I'm going to push back on that shit and say, hell fucking no. You do not need a base game to be $120. Because you know what happens when the base game is $120? The deluxe edition is $150, and the ultimate edition is $180. We're talking damn near $200 for one game.
Is fine because those versions already don't mean anything. The context is there, right? Like,
I know.
The base game is already the most valuable option. Everything else is superfluous, right? So why does it even exist to begin with? Well, it's there for the people that it's almost like all versions other than the base version are just collector's
But
editions,
I feel like that's how everyone gets their pie and eats it too. I feel like that is meeting in the middle. The base game should be a reasonable fucking price. And, you know, these guys like to go out the ass with the prices on your deluxe edition and your ultimate edition. And you're not even giving anyone really, you're giving them thin fucking air. You're giving them air. And you're charging me $30 more. That's the way I see it. So, you know, that's on my level, how I see it. I know y'all see it my way, and I know some of y'all see it his way. And that's why we got this dynamic duo right now, right? Because I think that shit is fucking outrageous. I think it's fucking outrageous. When I saw $93 for Tekken 8, I was like, God, no. God, and I made a tweet about it. I'm like, oh, man, my heart and my brain are just at it right now. My brain is like, oh, well, no, fuck that. I'm not paying any more than $89.99. Oh, what? Because you have Unreal Engine 5? Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, great. Charge me out the ass, bro. I'm already, like, the price is already raised $20 since. Like, and that was not too long ago. That was in PS4 era. And it raised. And now you're raising it more. And now we're halfway through, and what, PS6 games, you're going to raise it again? So it's like, no. And then my heart's like, oh, Tekken 8.
How much money should these guys be making off these games?
Bro, they're making millions already. Why it's not, instead
They are, but the devs, what are the rates like? Right?
Bro,
like,
pay your devs. Pay your devs. Shorten your bonus.
Well, that's the issue.
Shorten your bonus.
The CEOs are drowning, and the devs will be making, right? The devs can be making, like, good money. They can be making $70,000 as a dev, right? Oh, it's very rare that you find a prestigious.
But could you pay your devs a little more?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
The industry across the board could, right?
Oh, for sure.
Which is wild that they.
But that's the thing.
The audacity, the rate.
They're like,
are they gonna
okay,
raise the price and pay the devs more? That's the question. Like, are you?
No, you're not. No, your salary is not going up. It's not going up.
Yeah. It's like
maybe a little pinch if your CEO is generous, bro. It's not going up.
If they were transparent enough to be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna raise the price of games, but the developers across the industry, we're gonna try to push for them getting a better pay. Like, if it was actually like that, but we know it's not. It's not. It's they just want more money, right? And the thing is, I can get it on the low end because a lot of these projects that have way tighter margins because they don't have, whether it be they're a new studio, right, or whether it be that they just are trying to fund a new IP or like certain things. There's a lot of different variables, right, that like you just don't get to be the it child, or you don't get anything in the spotlight, right? You can have a horrible ROI and maybe you can only make one game and you don't make good money off that, right? And even if you break even, it's just like, was that venture worth it? To my opinion, that is kind of art in itself though, because then it extracts the business idea of it, and it's like, okay, well, if you wanted to do it for the art, then you wouldn't really care too much about the money, right? But if we're gonna talk about that, then it's a little dicey, right?
Yeah.
So guys, I do think though that would be the best approach. It's like, hey, these games, I would love if Sony did that. See, Sony could go at an angle like that because they have the premium approach, and they also have the wherewithal, like they have a community of players that they can talk to and be like, hey guys, we're raising the price of PlayStation games by $50. And we know that you guys will yeah. And what's fucked is that people would do it. They're like, we know that you guys understand because the quality of these games will be outstanding, and these are going to be quad A games. I heard a Sea of Thieves or whatever that.
Yo,
thing.
people, I literally saw Asmon seeing something, watching
games?
something about a quadruple A game, and I gotta still look at that. I don't even know what that was about. Just saw Asmon there, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
Oh my god! But yeah, dude, like they could literally. I'm telling you, Sony is the company that could, if anyone could pull this off and have the approach of, "Hey, we want to do this for our developers. We want to pay our devs more, and also be able to continue fund these good projects." Obviously, it goes both ways. I think Sony is a company that is in the best position to do that because of not only the way that their culture is and how they will, like, they'll cut projects, they'll hold off projects that gives the devs more time, the etc, whatever, right? I think that the way that they hold themselves and carry themselves, I think that they can get away with it.
The thing is, though, is that these games are going to rise in price regardless. It's just the way things go.
So it's how you do it.
Well, how Sony does it is they will raise the price with each new console and new engine. Like, that's just how it goes.
So do you think by PS6, I think by PS6,
PS5 games, well, the future of PS5 games that come out with Unreal Engine 5 are already going to be more than $89.99 before tag. We're talking Canadian, by the way. So it will be more than $89.99. When the PS6 games come out, they're going to cost more than $93.34 before taxes.
Well, it'll probably be $100 base.
Bro, I'm telling you, $99.99 for a PS6 game.
For sure. Minimum.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, fair minimum.
And then you have it like some of them will have Unreal Engine 5 and some of them won't. So you're gonna have maybe like a PS6 game that's $99.99 and then a PS6 game with Unreal Engine 5 that's like, I don't know, $110.
Yeah.
Like
113 or something. That's
something.
Yeah, some bullshit.
Something. Yeah. So it's not like the price isn't raising, right? It's always gonna raise. It's just how it goes with inflation. It's just gonna raise.
I wish that they would just jack it right up. Give it a purpose.
No, it won't. It won't. And you know why? Because this is where the greed comes in. They can upscale the price. Let's say they upscale the price $50. Okay. How long do you think it will take until they up the price again? You think that's going to stop?
Exactly.
No. You think, we upped it $50, so we're going to wait like another 10 years until we up the price. No, you're fucking not. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's going to come around. That is why I'm saying this needs to be controlled. It needs to be controlled because they're going to pull the rug from under you and fuck you in the ass. I'm telling you.
You're gonna be buying on this PlayStation handheld. You'll be buying like $89 games, and you think people are giving Nintendo shit for getting $60 games on the Switch.
Bro,
it's like bro,
Nintendo games aren't even $79.99. Like, okay, Mario is and stuff like that, but it's still not $89.99. It's still $79.99. It's still like, it's been the same price. And a lot of their games are under $79.99. Yeah. A lot of them. But hey, they deserve it. At least they stuck with us and didn't try to, like, go crazy with the prices for so long. And, that could be also because of quality, right? The graphics aren't as crazy and all that stuff. Yeah, so that's the reason why. Right? So, but you think Nintendo games are coming out like $100? No, they're not. They're really fucking not. And they will eventually, but not before Xbox and PlayStation. No, especially not before PlayStation.
God forbid. No, PlayStation
oh my days.
They would love it now. They would love to just fucking jack it right. I don't know if they would, because I think if they would love it so much, they would have already done it. They're in a good enough position where they can do shit like that. But I think it's definitely crossed the table, and they've been like, okay, so like, when are they going to be 100? And
I know, and they're just trying to push it and push it. They're like 93, 34, Unreal Engine 5, but it's not a PlayStation game.
Easily PS6, they're going to be $100.
Bro, I'm telling you, PS5, they could be. Bro, I'm telling you, it's fucking mad.
Well, guys, that's what we have. That's what really our headcanon on Thursday.
Really, yeah. It was just a rant. Us going back and forth.
We were bouncing there, but that's what it's all about, right?
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
No, we don't really have much time to talk about what we played, but I can like go into depth with it. But I can tell you, Tekken 8.
Give them a little rundown.
Holy shit. Okay, guys, so you can check me out on CurseMark143 on my YouTube, okay? I'm going to be uploading all of my Tekken gameplay. It's going to be coming like crazy.
Make him go to the channel.
Yep. Got story, got online matches, bro.
I like that.
Bro, I finished the story. I did it all in one go today. It is crazy, okay? The gameplay, the cutscenes, the interactive cutscenes on some God of War shit, okay? It is sick. Okay. The seamlessness, from the transitions from cutscene to gameplay, in between fights, oh my god, the voice acting, the animations, the facial expressions, the graphics, the Reina. No spoilers, but Reina. Yo, Tekken 9, buddy. This game, on God, if this game came out last year against Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat, yo, bow your fucking heads, bro. Bow your heads. Tekken 8 is on a whole nother level. It is absolutely insane. So that 93.34 price is justified. I am telling you, it is one of my best.
You would have dropped 150 on it, folks.
I would.
Fucking useless guy. See, this is what.
No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't. That's ridiculous. No, I wouldn't. I would drop 150 for the Ultimate Edition if there was an Ultimate Edition. But I bought the base. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I wouldn't have spent it. I wouldn't have. But honestly, the hype is real.
But if it was a PlayStation exclusive.
No, bro. I'm not. Okay, I'm not doing it.
Thinking about it, though.
Bro, no. I work hard for my money, bro. I'm sorry. No,
but you play the video game hard. You gotta do.
I do, but no, dude. It took me a week to buy it just because they upped the price $5, bro.
Just because it's gonna take.
And it was my most anticipated game.
So you're telling me that you're thinking about the people just because it's gonna take someone else 19 years to buy one game doesn't mean it's a luxury. All right, you fuckers don't deserve to play video games. Okay, maybe we should end the podcast.
Demon mode. Yo.
Hey, it's okay. You can't afford it. That's why Game Pass is here to save you, boys.
Hey, that's it, man.
Right? You got both sides of the ecosystem. But I love that you're liking Tekken that much.
Yo, Tekken is crazy. Good. Fighting game, not of the year, not of the century, of the fucking millennia. That is how good I feel about this game. Dude, Well, Sparking Zero is a battle royale. Oh, not about. It's a 3D fighter.
It's not really. What's the Tekken 3D?
But it's more of what's the genre?
Yeah.
Battle Arena. Yeah. Yes, Battle Arena.
Like
it's more a fighter than most battle arenas. That's for damn sure. You could definitely call it a 3D fighter / battle arena for sure.
Yeah, because the complexity and
the complexity. There, yeah. It's pretty much like Tekken, but you fly, right? That's Tenkaichi, right?
Yeah. Just faster,
right? So. But we're talking strictly fighting games.
I agree.
Yo, Tekken. I'm sorry. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Like Maximilian Dude was already talking about something about MK1 falling off, right? It's just not the same. And we haven't heard from Soul Calibur in so long. I'm telling you, Tekken, take notes. The next Street Fighter, the next Mortal Kombat, you guys need to step it up. Step it up. I am not joking. This game is insane.
I'll have to
It
try
is
it out. That's crazy.
absolutely
That's pretty good.
insane. Like
That's
Bandai. Yo, I already said it. We need a new term. Cooking is an understatement. Cooking
Did
is
they
an
publish it?
understatement. I believe they published it.
Yeah, I wonder. I forget who develops those Tekken games. I mean, they've been killing it obviously
yeah.
for years now.
It's Cryware, I believe. Cryware's in there too, I think.
Yeah.
Cryware cooking, bro. But like,
cooking.
I'm telling, yeah, it showed. I have to look back at it, but it showed 4 different studios, dev teams in there. But Bandai, yo, the teams that Bandai has with them, they are popping off, man. It is relentless. It is relentless right now. Like, holy, that game.
I'll have to check it out.
Yep.
For sure. I hear
HELLDIVERS 2.
People talking about it. Oh god.
Fun as hell.
Oh god.
Yep. HELLDIVERS 2 is so good. Didn't plan on buying it.
Don't buy the game.
No. If you have a PlayStation, you should buy the game. I mean, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Okay, the shooting, the world,
If you have a PlayStation, get it for sure.
the aiming, the monsters, the shooting. Oh man, it is so good. The physics, the explosions,
and a lot of people were
and it's funny as hell.
A lot of people were wondering, you can not stay first person all the time, but you can zoom in first person, guys, and you can look at like your scope and shit, and it looks really cool. It looks, the quality is great.
And you can actually change it. Dude, the settings, the bindings are crazy.
Oh, I like
where
that.
you can change.
Yeah.
And you can actually change it so you can the weapons that you use, you can keep them at a specific how would I say this? You can either keep them at third person or first person. You can lock that in. You can lock that aspect in. So you can have, let's say, a handgun, and your handgun shoots at first person, and you shoot to your rifle, and it's first person.
It's the first person.
Yep, and you can keep it that way.
Have that because I saw it when some guy was watching play the game on PC. It crashed on him during the stream when I was watching him play it. It's so funny. I'm thinking about this. But I remember seeing that specifically, and I didn't know if it was a bug or if it was intentional. Like he would switch to his sidearm, and it would be third person, and he'd switch to his auto rifle, and it'd be zoomed in right away. Right. And I didn't know if that was a bug or intentional, but hearing that it's intentional and that you can program shit, that's really fucking cool. Yeah. Because I really wanted. I wanted a feature like that where you would switch to a gun and just to have it ADS all the time.
Dude, you can even change. You can even change the interaction with the input. You can choose if it's tap or if you hold it. You can change it for all that, for everything.
See, guys, it does have its pros, but if you're on PC, stray from it. Maybe have a lot of VRAM. Don't choke. And otherwise, we are gonna do a fat pick me up on Thursday. So we're just gonna keep our heads on a swivel. Be ready for what Phil, Sarah Bond, and Matt Booty have to say in this. Whatever they're doing Thursday.
In all seriousness, it might just be something little. It'll just be something small. All right, you guys don't have to freak out. All you Xbox fanboys don't have to freak out.
They're not getting day and date. And if they are, fucking holy shit, that'll be massive. But I mean, still relax. Like, take everything with what we said. Like,
everything what we said with a grain of salt.
Fat grain of salt, but in that perspective, like, it's not the end for Xbox. Even if they did,
it will never be the end for Xbox. No, they're all right. I mean, it'll never be the end of Microsoft.
That's a great show right there. We'll see you guys Thursday.
That's
guys,
it.
All right?
See you later, guys.
Talk soon.